Let's go ahead and play more in that call, Christian. Tab 266 is what we call it. The same call, Miles. It's from 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes and 36 seconds into the call. Go ahead and play the second portion. I'm sorry, stop. Who are you talking to there, sir? Do you recognize her voice? Not really. Is that the same lady as the other call? Or somebody else? Probably somebody else. It sounds like somebody different. Okay, we'll play a little bit more, and when you recognize her voice, let me know and we'll stop it, alright? And you can identify her for the record, okay? Thank you. Go ahead and proceed, please. Oh, that's Rico's girlfriend. Stop. That's Rico Jackson, known as Freaky's girlfriend? Yeah. Any reason why you would lie to this woman on the phone? If I didn't want her to know something, I would tell her to keep her from hurting about a situation. Well, we'll listen to the rest of the call. Okay. And I'll ask you if you were being truthful with her. Okay? Alright. Go ahead and play the rest. This is 2014, 2015, 7/25/2015. It's gotta be 2016. He's talking about a September 6th trial. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. It's August 28th, 2016, starting at 9:58. Go ahead. Okay, stop. So you say at the end of that call, Rabbit and Brother probably think I'm gonna put my hands on them because they created our case. You said that, sir, right? Yes. And you said that to Rico's girlfriend? Yes. And you weren't lying to her when you said that, correct, sir? No. It's a true statement. Okay. Now, in terms of your observations, your knowledge of Rabbit and Brother, you know, sir, and you've committed to others on the outside, that Rabbit and Brother got favorable treatment in jail. Correct, sir? That's how I felt. Let's play a call from, this is from September 1st, 2016 at 1903. 1903. Go ahead and play it. Okay, stop it. Who are you talking to on this call, sir? I'm talking to my father. Your father. And again, no reason. You were telling the truth to your father in this call. Right, sir? Yes. And when you said on this call, they have dudes that ain't got rebooked, you're talking about Rabbit and Franklin, aren't you, sir? I said that have got rebooked. I'm talking about Tyrone from the stabbing. You know, I'm wondering how he get in population, and they saying I'm violent and this and that. I have multiple enemies, but he in population, and I'm not. Okay, so in addition to Rabbit and Franklin, do you also believe that T-Bone got favorable treatment in jail? I mean, that's how they just wanted to house him. I can't say they was giving them favorable treatment. But is that what you were telling your dad on this call? Yes. Okay, because you couldn't figure out why they were putting you in the hole and Rabbit and Franklin and T-Bone, not at the time until I found out. Let me finish. Is that what you're saying, sir? That's what you can't figure out? Yes. Is that the frustration you're expressing to your dad? Yes. And that really frustrated you, didn't it? Yes. Let's go ahead and play the rest of that call with his dad. You're telling your dad you have a lot of experience with dealing with snakes on the street, right? Yep. And now you're telling your dad you're dealing with snakes inside of jail, right? Yes. And these particular snakes inside the jail, you say they have licenses, right? Yes. And they have licenses because they get preferential treatment from the feds, right? They get preferential treatment from Nelson Coleman. Who is issuing the licenses that you refer to Rabbit and Franklin? Who gave them those licenses? Nobody ain't gave them a license. They did that because they wanted to do that. No, but you refer to, and now they're snakes with licenses. And I know you're speaking metaphorically or euphemistically. Right, sir? I want to know on what authority do they have these licenses? What were you referring to? I mean, I'm trying to speak, but you're cutting me off. Go ahead. Like I said, Nelson Coleman. These guys can't house me or say how they can house me. I can talk to them all I want. That's on Nelson Coleman. So they got the license to do what they want because they deputized. They ain't got nothing to do with the FBI. If I'm on the person enemy list, they got to house me how they have me listed. Have you ever told Miles or Mr. Ollinger, the FBI case agent on this case, that you believe that Franklin and Rabbit were snakes with licenses? I can't recall saying that. So you confided that information with your dad, right, sir? With my dad. I said they got people, snakes with licenses. I ain't saying Rabbit and Brother had a license. I said I dealt with snakes on the street, and now I'm here where they have snakes with licenses, and I'm talking about Nelson Coleman. Okay. Now, sir, you testified this past summer, did you not? Yes. And Alex Kalinda conducted your direct examination at the Contrell Hickerson trial, correct, sir? Yes. And, like today, you took an oath. Judge, I'm going to object in connection with that testimony. What's this impeachment of? Just asking him if he was aware that he was subject to perjury when he testified in state court. Well, it sounds like impeachment on something he hasn't. Are you impeaching him with whatever is in this transcript? Yeah. I'm going to ask him whether or not certain testimony was accurate. My understanding of the rule on impeachment is you ask him a question. If he gave you a different answer before, you confront him with it. Objection sustained. Lay a better foundation. Okay. Sir, have you ever manipulated the FBI in any way? No, I told them a lie before. So the lie that you told them was not manipulation? No, that was objection, argumentative, sustained. Okay, let me pull up then your testimony. Alright. Objection to the publication of the transcript, Judge. Okay, objection sustained. Ask questions first. If you need to publish it, then we'll talk about it. I just did, Your Honor. Sir? I just asked the question. Ask the question again. Okay. Have you manipulated the Federal Bureau of Investigations in any way, sir? No, I don't think so. All right, go ahead. Judge, I object to the publication of testimony. He can go up and show it to him. Go ahead. Objection sustained. Show it to him first and ask him again. Sir, do you recall this to be a question that they asked you in the Hickerson trial? Mr. Miller, what page are you on? 147. Yes. Judge, may I publish the transcript? Yes. What line? 147, 23. Judge, he said no again. How can you impeach somebody with a prior consistent statement? Objection overruled. Proceed. You see that testimony, sir? Yes. That was your testimony in state court? Yes. And that's your testimony as you sit here today? Yes. I object to that whole process. Objection overruled. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, Your Honor. Let me grab something. Sir, when Mr. Rainier was conducting his direct examination of you, I took some notes of murders that you testified you were involved in, and I just want to go over those. Okay, sir? Yes. Make sure I got it right. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yes, sir. Is it true, sir, that under direct examination this morning, you testified that you participated in the murder of Carlton Rose? Yes. You participated in the murder of Slam? Yes. You participated in the murder of Charles Anderson? Yes. You participated in the murder of Lester Allen? Yes. You participated in the murder of Lester Foster? Yes. You participated in the murder of Michael Marshall? Yes. You participated in the murder of Floyd Moore? Yes. So, sir, when you had your initial meetings with the FBI over at Angola, they attended that meeting, correct, sir? Yes. You didn't tell the FBI or the state authorities or the U.S. Attorney's Office at that point that you had any involvement in the murders of Carlton Rose and Slam, correct, sir? Nope. Can I tell you why? Sure. because they said, I want to know what you did first. And I'm going to say some names and you tell me what you did, how you did it, and how it happened. And they said, we're going to deal with the other stuff later. Now, at what point in that meeting at Angola, after they asked you some specifics, they never said, Mr. McCaskill, have you been involved in any other murders? Not at the time. They asked me, they said, all right, like Guy said, what about Lester Allen? I told him about that. He said, what about Lester Foster? I told him about that. He said, what about Michael Marshall? I told him about that. He said, what about Floyd Moore? I told him about that. He asked me about Buck. I told him about that. And then we had been there so long because I was getting into details of how certain things happened. You know what I'm saying? He said it was a wrap on that. So I didn't give up Carlton Rose or Slam until later when Miles and them kept asking me, is there anything else that you can think of that you did that might come up at trial? And I felt like, nah, this is a later time when they said, we're going to get to that. So I told them stuff that I did that I figured might come up, like stabbing Wop or shooting Tory. I told the guy in the state, I didn't tell them, but I told Alex, these certain things. I don't know if Alex listed these things that I told him, but I told him first because Miles don't have money on the phone and I barely call James like that. Most of the people I really talk to like that is Alex.